The 2016 Telstra Victorian Businesswomen's Public Sector and Academia Award winner is Dr. Rowan Brookes.
To every young 15-year-old girl who thinks the world's given up on them, this one's for them. So I'd like to thank the entire Telstra team for the work creating the incredible legacy that has enabled the Telstra Awards to continue over 21 years, and doing it in a way that it's remained highly socially relevant and such a force for growing and enabling Australian women. I truly can't express my gratitude and amazement at being awarded the Public Service and Academia Award. Over the last year, I've met the finalists, and I've been fortunate enough to spend time and find out their stories. Each and every one of the finalists is using leadership to dream big and build a great Australian society. And they do this with generosity, humility, and intelligence. So from the moment you're nominated for a Telstra Award, the process is designed to develop your leadership. This starts from the time you start to do your written application. And for me, this meant flicking through the pages of my life story. In my late teens, I had a rather risky hobby called bridge jumping. Bridge jumping involves attaching a really high rope to a really high bridge and illegally jumping off it when nobody else is looking. And I know there's many superwomen in this room, so please don't try this at home. The last time I jumped was from a famous bungee jumping bridge outside of Queenstown in New Zealand. We arrived at the dead of night to set up, and we proceeded to jump one by one. 4 a.m. came and it was finally my turn. I stood on the edge of the bridge with the rope firmly tied to my harness, took a deep breath and jumped. After about 50 metres, the rope snapped tight and I swung in a huge arc off the side of the bridge across the canyon. But eventually the swinging stopped and I swayed gently, looking up at the bridge above. Now was the time to climb the rope. I got my equipment and I went to pull myself up. I pulled and nothing happened. I tried 4 times to pull myself up that rope and I stayed stubbornly at the bottom of it, with the swirling waters of the Kawerau River beneath me. At that moment, I felt frightened, isolated, and very uncertain about what was going to happen next. It was a crystallisation of pretty much everything I was feeling at that time of my life. One by one, the heads of my friends popped over the bridge, and I could hear them yelling at me, "Don't worry, we've got it sorted." Eventually, they worked out a system and dragged me up on the bridge just as sunrise was starting to hit. And when I think back on that time, what stands out for me is the way that young people are willing to act boldly and without fear, and the willingness of their friends to be there beside them, to encourage them and support them. But somewhere along the way for us, that seems to change. The loss of confidence, the ability to take risk, and loss of support network can be magnified for women as they move through the phases of their life. Being in this room, by its very nature, we are all the people standing on that bridge. And that position comes with great responsibility and great privilege. To achieve gender equality, that means all the women and men in this room, we need to take action to rise women up so they can achieve their fullest potential. So if you see a woman who is courageous enough to do something crazy or out there, or one that is isolated and uncertain about their future, throw down that rope. Throw down the rope. Thank you.